Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. If you find any of today's entertainment helpful, don't forget to smash the lovely like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell notification. You'll be notified of a new video. There's links in the description below to trading apps that are totally free, and you'll get a free share for signing up. Full disclosure, so will I. Now, on with the show. We're discussing whether or not we should buy on a dip or wait for a crash. Now, start with the Baltic Exchange Dry Index, and this tracks the ships that are bringing the dry dock ships that brings goods to the countries. Now we can see it dipping well low, and all of a sudden after May it starts jumping up. Of course, this is because China, a lot of goods come from China. China ended their lockdown. As well as that, America started opening up, and so did parts of the UK and the rest of Europe. So this one is going to be one for the bulls. You have the ISM Manufacturing Index, and this goes on how manufacturing obviously is. Ideally we want it above 50. It dropped off a cliff like most things did, but because this is a month behind, we can see it starting to recover. But who knows, come June it may have recovered completely, but we won't know until next month. But for the moment, this is one for the bears. We have the initial jobless claims, which, as we see, they've jumped up. They've come down slightly because the first ones was a huge amount, because they was accepting all jobless claims. And then we have the U3 unemployment rate. Now, I look at the U6 unemployment rate because it compares U3 to U5 and U6. We see a jump up there, but we see it coming down slightly, but not enough. And we see it tracking there. Again, this is a month behind, whereas the jobless claims are weekly. I think this is a monthly one, and ideally we want people to be going back to work but not be unemployed. But this is another one for the bears. We check the United States housing stats, and with this we can see obviously where they weren't building houses, it fell off a cliff again. This is a month behind, so they may have, you can see it starting to recover slightly, ever so slightly, but again, come next month this may have recovered a lot more. But at the moment, this is one for the bears. We have the United States consumer sentiment. Again, this dropped off a cliff, expected, and then it's jumped up. Now, the thing about this, we want this to be good, but we can't always guarantee it. The fact is, at the moment, we've got to ask ourselves, with this information, do we invest or do we not? At the moment, shares have been on a tear. They've been on what they consider the biggest bull run ever. So what we have to do is go through the shares like never before, go through the companies like never before, pull them apart with a fine tooth comb, and find out what we consider a fair value for them. Not just listen to what the analysts say, because the analysts get them wrong as well. And then we can judge for ourselves, and we shouldn't just pull the gun because we have FOMO. We should stick to our price targets. We see them dropping, just because it doesn't drop enough. If it doesn't hit our price target, then we leave it. It either hits our price target or it doesn't. At the moment, the market is very bearish. That is what the graphs are showing us. So, despite what the share prices are, I know shares have fallen today. I know it's been a red day for a lot of companies, but that doesn't mean that we go in. I mean, AT&T, I was tempted, but I had already picked some up, and I've got to wait for it to come down even more to pick up some. For some reason, people are still getting cruise stocks. Berkshire Hathaway, I'll pick some up. As I said in the past video, Tesla has to reach 940 before I consider it. Picked up some Facebook at 215. Look at Alphabet. If Alphabet drops below 1200, I'll pick it up. If it then drops to 1000, I'll scoop them up. No. Boeing, no offence. See, this is what I mean about the share price being on the tear. Boeing has its flight next week for the 737, but its share price has already factored in as if it's going to pass that flight. What happens if it fails? The other thing with Boeing is it's factored in that it's going to come to profit in the next 3 years. You shouldn't be factoring in things like this into the share price. Share price shouldn't be rising on things like this. You should wait until they happen and then factor in. You can put some future growth into the share price, yes, but factoring in them coming to profit in 3 years' time, they're not Tesla. They're not supposed to be a growth stock. They are supposed to be a dividend stock. They're supposed to be a safe stock. I know they lost a lot, but it is still let's see. So yeah, I spoke about NAT in the previous video. Sorry. Rolls-Royce, I'm steering clear of them. At the moment they're a junk stock. AstraZeneca, I'm sorry, they're just way overvalued for my liking. Yeah. No. Spotify, I think they will come down a bit. GM, Virgin Galactic, they're at their price. Disney, need them to get to 100 or below. Like, I want them at 80 before I pick them up. DocuSign. I want them at 160 before I pick any more of them up. Square, yeah, 80. Picked up some AbbVie because I give them intrinsic value of 105, but for me to pick up more, they have to drop more. Picked them up at 95.59. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts and comments in the box below. Are you picking up any shares? Are you bullish or bearish on the market? Or are you waiting for a further drop? And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.